I have been a Master's of Social Work student at Savannah State University for the last 5 semesters and am on my way to degree completion. I have completed or am in the process of completing 18 face-to-face or hybrid classes, 2 online summer courses, 2 9-month-long internships, and a number of trainings and conferences that have helped me to learn, understand, and put into practice the 9 social work competencies and the core values and ethical principles of social work. As my formal education comes to a close, I feel ready to enter into the professional social work practice. The classes I have taken provided me with the knowledge required to be an effective social worker. My field seminar and social administration classes have provided me with opportunities to demonstrate ethical and professional behavior. My theoretical perspectives on human behavior and social environment and cultural diversity courses prepare me to work with diverse populations, be more cognizant of cultural differences, and focused on the wide variety of treatment perspectives in order to allow me to engage diversity and difference in practice. Advocacy and service delivery and child and family welfare focused on understanding and advancing human rights and social, economic, and environmental justice, as it specifically relates to children. While research methods guided me and allowed me to engage in practice-informed research and research-informed practice. While taking research methods, I conducted a group research project as well as an individual single-subject design research project. I learned the importance of integrating research and practice in order to provide the best possible treatments to obtain desired outcomes. My social policy course clearly provided an opportunity to engage in policy practice and encouraged me to become more aware of social issues and the policies that seek to minimize them. Several of the courses that I have taken cater to competencies 6 through 9, including social work practice with individuals and families, and social work practice with groups, communities, and organizations, as well as the more specialized elective courses that focused on specific populations, such as drugs and alcohol and social work, military social work, and crisis intervention and brief therapy. All of these courses have taught me how to effectively engage with, assess, intervene, and evaluate individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. Finally, Integrative Seminar helped me to come to an understanding of the type of social worker I might become by allowing self-reflection and theory identification, integration, and analysis in order for me to develop and define my personal practice philosophy. In addition to the courses that I have taken, the field practicum or internships that I have had the opportunity to participate in have also incorporated each of the competencies in their own way, which have clearly been indicated in the journals that I have written throughout the duration of this MSW program. I have had the opportunity to demonstrate ethical and professional behavior as each agency held me to the same standards as their own employees. I have worked with a somewhat diverse population, from college students of various ages and walks of life to service members and their families. By advocating for my clients and participating in a variety of advocacy events, I have helped to advance human rights. The treatments that I use to help a client attain their goals are always research-informed, and the research that I conducted was dually practice-informed. Through the facilitation of groups and upholding agency policies, I have engaged in policy practice, especially while working with service members, as I help them to understand a number of policies related to domestic violence and child abuse in order to prevent recidivism through the Family Advocacy Program. As I have worked with each client, I have begun by first engaging with them during an initial intake, in which rapport begins to develop. I then assess a client as I get to know him or her, and their treatment goals are identified. The treatments or interventions that I utilize with a client are typically provided across a number of sessions and are continuously evaluated in order to identify the treatment effectiveness. Every subsequent session with a client following the initial intake, I would begin by checking in and verifying if the client's treatment goals were still relevant. In some cases, they remain the same throughout treatment. In others, the client changed their goals. I learned that it is my responsibility as a social worker and counselor to respect a client's wishes, meet them where they are, and never work harder than they are. Throughout the span of my studies and hands-on practice, I have come to feel prepared to enter into the social work profession. With my personal practice philosophy clearly defined as a blend of empowerment theory and strengths perspective, the multidimensional approach of psychosocial theory and person and environment, Rogers' humanistic client-centered theory, and solution-focused theory, all in the pursuit of social justice. I believe more than ever that social work is my calling. As I near the end of my coursework and graduation day approaches, I'm excited to finally be able to drive my own social work education, to read and study the things that are of my own personal interest. Ultimately, I am looking forward to new challenges and expanding my areas of comfort in the future, and I am grateful to the MSW program at SSU for helping me get to this point.